What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Dugout. We are here with our first episode of our Euros Roundup. I'm with Gav.
What's good?
How are you?
Oh, my rid. Been at the beach all day. Got a lovely tan.
So, as you guys all know, I'm the guy that runs the tech, and not much of a host or showman, or what all these guys are. They do it with such ease. For me, I don't know. It's like I know what I'm gonna say, I know what I'm gonna do, and then it just all falls apart once I go live. So bear with me. I will get better at this, and hopefully I will get funny too, because it's not easy. These guys make it look so easy. So I said woes or wows. Woes. Embolo is a woe. It was a woe for Embolo. It was a woe. It's definitely Well, to be fair, it's wow too. It's wow too. I do plan on doing some transfer shows as well. Hopefully, going forward, alongside with the Euros stuff. So yeah, bear with. Obviously, everyone here on this channel has a channel. Gav and Devo run Mad Sports. Neeks has Neeks Sports, and I'm on there too. HH, he is HH. He has his own channel too. Salah says, where is Devo? Devo is working late, so he should be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. Neeks might be here tomorrow as well, because obviously I think we'll be covering the England game. I'm not sure if we'll be doing the watch along on the dugout tomorrow for the England game, but we'll definitely do. We'll definitely be doing this roundup. So he might be here. He might even be actually here at the studio
JHQ.
Yeah, he might actually be here at the studio, because this is the studio that we were building. Neeks and I, we were going to do all our football podcasts in here, but then COVID happened, so everything was put on hold. So we might actually be here tomorrow for the watch along. If not, then we'll just be online. But yeah, we'll see. If it is happening, I'm gonna have to get in here ready ASAP. Ready ASAP. But yeah, once again, guys, thanks for joining. Before we actually get into the games, we're just gonna touch quickly on Eriksen and what happened with him. I was watching the game at first. It was a bit boring, so I had just stepped away, and then I came back, and then I was just typing to everyone. I wasn't asking what's going on. I was like, the game's a bit dead. At that time, Eriksen had dropped, and I didn't know. I thought that it was maybe there was a collision, and then I went back to watch the replay to see what actually happened, and I think he was receiving a throw on, and he just collapsed. There's a lot of speculation going around. There's a lot of speculation going around about what actually happened, but we don't deal with hearsay. We'll wait till the official news comes out to what actually happened to him. Thoughts with him and his family, and it's good to see the pictures of him. Being stretched off, conscious, and hopefully he can go on. But the main thing is he looks well, and that for us is good. And there's a lot. I know this is a Euros roundup. We're meant to be talking about the football, but we just got to talk about. I see a lot of people getting onto BBC, but Erhan brought it up that it wasn't actually BBC's feed. It was someone else's, and obviously BBC got a hold of it. But what the hell were they thinking? Because at first I'm like, okay, he's down. That's what I thought, that nothing had actually happened to him, because I see the cameras still zooming in on them, like bare close. I'm like, what's actually going on? And then eventually they just switched to a wide shot. From the time they did the wide shot and they were doing the compressions, I was like, rah, this is serious.
Yeah.
This is serious.
Jay, for me, people have been cussing out the BBC, as you just said, yeah. But I've spent all day at the beach, right? And I've been able to, I've watched all the games, but I've been very sparing watching the games. I've had to be because at the end of the day, we at the
Mm.
beach, you're there with your family and like my little one and all that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
And we got back to the car because I watched the first piece of the game and like, we were loading at the car and then we were heading back. And I got in the car and I was listening to TalkSport and they were like, "Oh man, sad in that." And I was like, "What's going on? Like, where's the football gone?" It's probably on. It's probably not on TalkSport. It's probably on BBC Radio 5 Live. That's what I assumed because I weren't getting the reception right in order to watch the game. And then I was like, "Rah," and I needed the BBC coverage and the Twitter feeds and stuff to come through because it wasn't just football; it was also news.
But that's not the issue that everyone is having. The issue is having that they were close. People have an issue with that. The fact that they were close up on Ericsson for a long time, and then to go on to then show his wife crying on the pitch. That is what people have the issue with. They don't have the issue
that bit was extra.
Like that's what the issue is here. It's like, come on, guys, cut back to the studio. So like he could have died on the pitch, and you're showing this out to everyone. You could just cut back to the studio. They could talk about it and say, okay, this has happened. Let people know. But the fact that they zoomed in on his wife, trying to get them both in shot to the point where the players had to go around him to cover them from all the press. And that's when the cameras then went to the wide shot, so you couldn't see. And it was just way too long for them before they went to the wide shot. So if they want to have the cameras, it's cool. But don't be all up in the man's business. For me personally, and then I think that's what people were actually mad about. People are mad at everything in general anyway. But that was a bit like, it's not a drama, it's not a TV show. Like, this is proper real here.
It's real life. And I'll tell you what, right, over the years, I've seen 3 players die on the pitch, or if they haven't died on the pitch, they've died not long after. And I just thought it was another one again. And like, it was Miklos Feja when I was a kid. He was a Hungarian striker. He was only 23, 24, I think, at the time. And he went up for a header and like he literally just fell on the floor and died pretty much there and then. And then Puerta, who used to play for Sevilla, he was going to take a corner. Like the ball went out for a corner. I can't remember who Sevilla were playing against off the top of my head. It was opening game of the season. Same day, it was the same day as the US Open final in 2008. And he was going over to take, like, to pick up the ball, to take the corner, just keeled over, like off the pitch. And then he sort of like got up again, and everything was all right and whatever. And then he went back down again, and then by half time, pronounced dead. I was like, right. And then the night of my prom,
horrible, man.
The night of my prom, it was Marc Vivien Foe. He used to play for West Ham and for Man City, and he died like in international action in the Confederations Cup. Like he was playing for Cameroon. I was like, rah. Then the Mwamba thing just brought all the memories back of all those 3 that happened.
For me, that's the only one I've seen. It was Mwamba.
God, honestly, I've never cried so much
before. And then when I saw the Ericsson,
I was so scared. So scared.
Crazy to see stuff like that, man.
It is. I mean, like, these are athletes that are at the top of their game, peak fitness, and this is happening, and it just makes you worried about normal life, innit? Like, did you ever watch
even
like,
Alex? Even Alex? No, I didn't watch that.
Like, don't
even
flop, don't flop,
Alex Scott?
Yeah, she got a little emotional on
BBC as well, because it's like it could just happen. Like he was just fine, and next minute he just dropped like out of nothing, like from nothing.
I mean, my Don't Flop, and like it had like lunacy on it and that sort of stuff, like battle rappers, like in spoken word. It
sounds familiar, but I've never watched it.
It's sick. Now I'm part of a WhatsApp group, and the guy who ran the WhatsApp group was on Don't Flop. A guy called Bleak. Kevin, his real name is. And we used to do like little drafts and stuff that go on Twitter. You might have seen them, and we were just chatting, and it's cool. Like we're in this, as I said, we're in this WhatsApp group with a couple of YouTube channels and stuff that are on there as well. FTLOL podcast being one of them. Big up to them over there. And the following day, he was quiet. I'm like, why is he quiet? And next thing you know, someone said in the group, Bleak's dead, bruv. I was like, what are you on about? I was like, Bleak's dead. I'm like, how is Bleak dead? We were just chatting yesterday. He's 40 and he had aneurysm. And it's like, and it panics me because everyone knows Gav Mac likes a beer. Gav Mac is always late to shows because let me have a quick fag first. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I'm always like, how are people so young and so fit dying or in dire straits like how Christian Eriksen? Thankfully, Christian Eriksen is in a good way.
Through.
He's been on FaceTime to people and like he spoke to the squad and all that sort of stuff. So thankfully he's all right, but it just makes you worry. And like someone just said in the comments there, MN just said in the comment, tomorrow is never promised. Panic. I'm not one of my. Everybody knows, everyone dies. You can't live forever, but the thought of dying is the freakiest thing in the world. Like I was so knackered the other day, and like, it was like 9 o'clock. I went to bed at 9 p.m., which isn't. It never happens. And my missus come into bed, and she said I was so out of it because I just got literally battered by hay fever, so I just needed to go to sleep, and I was so out of it that she thought I'd died. And I woke up in the morning, and I was thinking, I easily could have because I didn't have any dreams that night. I went to bed, and next thing you know, I woke up. And one day we're going to go to bed and we're not going to wake up. And that scares the living daylights out of me, Jay.
Yeah, that's true.
When you see players like Christian Eriksen.
Focus on it.
Oh no, it's scary though, isn't it? He's 29 years old. I'm 5 years. I'm going to be 34 next month. I'm 5 years older than Christian Eriksen, and I was sat here on a stream with you, man, and like I'm doing my thing, and he's 1 million times fitter than I am, and that's happened. It scares me, man. I'm not going to lie to you, Jay. It scares me. Freaks me. I'm glad wearing glasses. I actually like.
I try not to think about it, man, because death is a scary thing, man. So I just try not to think about it because if you fear it, you're never going to live.
Yeah,
so I just try to. I know it, I fear it, but I just try to just keep it moving. Just enjoy, live and do what you can, and just be good to people.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah, be good.
Jay, let's talk about some happy stuff, man, because I'm getting a bit teary. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, so we're good. We're glad to see Eriksen pull through, and we continue. Our thoughts will continue to be with him. So in the comments here, UF says that YUFC says, I can't believe that they played the game. I think Devo touched on this. He said that they play the game to show that they can go on, and it's not that game. The result didn't matter, and it's good that they went on in terms of like to show that they got, they can go on, show the mentality. But overall, unfortunately, as it is, life, like then they weren't gonna cancel the game because it needed to happen. In terms of the tournament wise, it's sad, and that's just unfortunately the world that we live in, that these things have to happen. But the players, they did well, rallied together, and then they'll push on. But obviously after they did it for Eriksen. In my eyes, they went on for Eriksen, and I'm pretty sure after that game, that's all what was on their mind. I'm sure they didn't matter that they went. And what makes it's upsetting as well because they got a penalty, didn't they? And the penalty taker, unfortunately, was Eriksen.
Jay, why look at the players that they had on the pitch at that time. Why the hell was Højbjerg taking that penalty? I've never seen him take a penalty.
Tell you
ever.
Listen,
ever.
Everyone's head was gone probably from that whole thing, man. And yeah, Banner for Kai said it right here. Money over everything is why the game carried on. And
Yeah.
that's literally why they carry on. Unfortunately, but outside of the Ericsson situation, the game for me personally was shaping up to be a pretty boring one. Not much was going on with it. Wasn't too overwhelmed by it.
Jay, you
But
know I'm a massive Bundesliga fan.
I know.
So I am
But go on, you tell me.
really happy that Poyampolo scored. And Poyampolo, right, he's going to be playing European football next season. He is a very interesting striker. He was injured for a long period. He's about to get his time at Bayer Leverkusen, but unfortunately he got injured, and that's when they made their signings and whatever. You know, Patrick Schick came in. And then moved on. Patrick Schick came in, after his time at Leipzig. And then Poyampolo went out on loan to Union Berlin. And I think that might actually be a permanent deal now. He might be staying there. But I know from the Bundesliga show that we do, that Flo, massive Leverkusen fan, he wants Poyampolo back at the Bayer Arena. And I think he's a quality striker. I think he is. And excuse me, someone very much like the Kalajdzic way, very good in the air, very good with the ball at his feet, and the way he took his header, I thought was pretty good. There is question marks over Schmeichel. Should he have done better? Personally, I think he should have. But it was also good movement, good placement from Poyampolo as well. So, yeah, it's annoying that he's not able to celebrate it the way that he would love to, because this is Finland's not just first ever game at a major tournament. It's their first ever win. They've got 100% record in tournament football. Which country could boast that?
It's just unfortunate as well with the circumstances that it came around. And
yeah, of course.
But yeah, so we'll go on over to let's talk about Italy game first. Italy versus
Turkey.
Now, I don't think Erhan is here, but I would like to. Turkey, I was promised and I was told a lot of things, a lot of noise from Erhan telling me, watch out for Turkey, this, Turkey. And I saw them got rolled over, steamed, bent forward, backwards, all over, dogged against Italy. Absolutely dogged. So please someone tell me what happened there, because the first half was shaping up looking like it was going to be a meh draw. And people were telling me, that Turkey play with the heart. They passion, they go out there to, we're going to see a good performance. I didn't see that. I got lied to by so many people. Many.
People are trying to get you on the plane.
I ain't going on no train. Listen, I know what I know with it, and I'm not falling for it. All of this Austria and all these people are dark horses.
Whoa.
I ain't falling for it. Turkey, I ain't falling for it. Until I see something. I ain't falling for it. And I saw Italy steamroll them, smash their back doors in. Explain to me what happened there. I wish Erhan was here to come and back it. Like,
look, Jay, on a level, yeah. Everybody's gassed over Turkey. Have you noticed though? Like when we were talking about the dark horse situation on the dugout on Thursday, you didn't hear me talk. You didn't hear me say anything about Turkey, did you? I didn't say anything about Turkey.
A lot of man's been telling me about Turkey.
I didn't say anything about Turkey because I think Turkey are a good side. And to be honest, I've not been talking much about Italy either. But I have to take my hat off, and I also have to raise my hand and apologize to every single Italian that I know. So I gave Italy no hope whatsoever. I didn't give them any hope at all. And I think I sat there and openly have disrespected Italy quite a bit. Italy wanted it more. Yeah, no,
dropped just like Italy.
The thing is,
I'm just gonna be on your camera.
My camera.
The quality dropped just like Turkey.
Oh, allow. Let me see. How is it now? Is it still working?
No, it's working, but it's just like it's like dropped to like 480p or something.
Oh well, now, yeah, it's probably. I live in the village, mate. It happens, you know what I mean? So just dips in and
I'll
out
send
every
you a
now and
picture.
then. Oh my god, I don't even know if I want to see it. But like, I said, I'll turn around and look to the Italy squad, yeah, and I'm thinking, nah, I'm not seeing any superstars. But that's a team that play with heart and a team that play with passion. They've played
Too fair, it's better
28
now.
games now. Ah, there you go. They've played 28 games now, and they've only conceded 7 goals in that whole time. It's another clean
Who's that?
sheet for him. Italy.
Oh, Italy.
It,
Yeah, I've
Italy are
written Italy off,
balling.
but boy,
Me too. Me too.
that there was a good show from them.
Turkey looked tired after about 20 minutes, and Italy weren't even putting that much pressure on them to be tired at that point. I was really, really disappointed in Turkey. I think, do you know why people started gassing off Turkey? Because Turkey beat Holland 4-2 in that World Cup qualifier. And everyone
Like
was like,
Frank
oh,
de
look at
Boer is
them,
not
look at
even that
them.
good.
Frank de Boer as a player was one of the best players going. Play centre half, could play. He used to play a lot in the back three. He could play centrally in that back three, play left side of the back three. Wonderful. And he's the guy who like assisted one of the most iconic goals in World Cup history, and that was the long ball over from him against Argentina into the god that is Dennis Bergkamp, and he just flicked it inside and then just pinged it outside the peg into the top bin. And that was all from Frank de Boer and his vision on the 88th minute. That's what happens. Do you know what I mean? But like Holland aren't the same Holland that we've seen over the years. Holland are a dead side nowadays. They've got a crack in midfield, really, really good midfield. But other than that, they ain't saying that. So I'm not expecting much. Now, Turkey, on the other hand, they've got a lot of work to do. On the plus side for them, their 2 remaining games are in Baku, which is, of course, in Azerbaijan. But Azerbaijan and Turkey, they're pals. So, like, a lot of Azerbaijan, knowing that Azerbaijan are not at this tournament, of course, they are, like, that's their second team. Do you know what I mean? Like, Turkey's their second team, and there's going to be a lot of fans at this stadium as well. So these next 2 games are going to be very much like home fixtures for Turkey, and they're going to need that against Switzerland, who are a rather dogged side, and Wales, they're a team that play with passion.
We're gonna get onto that in shortly, but we've got a comment here from Vanafi Kaiwa. Turkey will now be the Italian national dish. That's a good one. But
coming out with the Bernard Matthews turkey Twizzlers and that, yeah.
But yeah, that game set and match. Italy are pretty much through. We can say they're pretty much through because of the result here with Wales versus
my dark horse is Switzerland.
Switzerland. Sorry, yeah, that's it. It gone from me. Yeah, because of Wales versus Switzerland. That's it now. That was a draw. For me personally, it looked like Switzerland had the better edge after a while. Wales looked like they were lost. Offside, they literally scored, and then they went on to go and to concede literally with moments after. Luckily, it was offside, and Embolo, he's got a lot to answer for.
Embolo is playing for a new contract, as far as I'm concerned, because this is a guy that he came out the blocks a few years back. World Cup 2018, young kid, looking good, looking very good. Oh, is it Euro 2016? How is he now? How is he now? 22, 23, 22. So, yeah, so 2016, yeah. And he looked very good, but he's had 2 serious injuries in that time period. Yeah. And he's not been able to live up to the hype around him. And I feel like he tries too hard. And you know me, I watch Bundesliga football week in, week out. And I don't watch highlights of these games. I'm watching 90 minutes of all these games, like inside out. And I look at Embolo, and I don't see anything. He's just a guy, as I said, he's trying too hard. He runs way too far, like when he can just give and go. He won't just like play the simple pass. He's trying to do it all himself, and you'll see him in certain games have 5, 6, 7 opportunities and not score. And these are opportunities that you expect any half decent striker to put away at least one of them, and sometimes put games to bed or get his team back into a game and things like that. Bryn Embolo is lost. I feel for him. He's someone I will not see him playing for a major club unless he has a second, third wind in his late 20s and just turns into some maverick and starts like buoying games up. Unless that happens, he will be at mid-table. He will start from mid-table side, and for a big club, he will just bench warm. Just bring on extra legs in the last 10, 15 minutes. Can't see him doing anything else.
Yeah, that game was interesting. Wasn't the most exciting to watch, but it looked, for me personally, it looked like Switzerland was going to go on. They were more likely to go on and win that. Wales didn't look threatening enough. But Gareth Bale and Ramsey, I'm guessing their star men, for me, didn't perform as I expected them to. So that group will be interesting to see what happens with that group going forward. Turkey being the ones that, who I was expecting more of. But Italy easily cruised through that group by the looks of it. But we will see in a few days' time.
Well, it's on the 18th, I think it is, the next game. And I'm well upset because Italy, Switzerland, I'm meant to be there. They're the tickets that I was able to acquire via the ballot. And because of COVID, obviously it got delayed until this year. And then the deadline was too soon to when we can make an actual decision, and they refunded our tickets back in April. And it was upsetting. I ain't gonna lie. I was really looking forward to that. Go ahead.
Oh. Sorry, I got distracted. Someone came into the back room and they were talking, and once two people are talking at the same time, I lose complete focus. Can you just say what you just said again so I can acknowledge it properly, please? Because
so it's basically I'm just upset. I'm just rambling because I'm upset that I'm not going to Italy during the week.
Oh, okay.
Because it is Italy Switzerland this week. That's happening, and I was meant to be there for it, but COVID is
COVID messed up a whole load of things.
Bummer.
Man. Mess up a whole load of things.
Bummer.
Well, yeah, we'll move on to our game, the game that was just recently played, just gone, and that will be Belgium versus Russia. Now, Belgium versus Russia, the game started off really well. The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, good. I was like, this game is shaping up to be exciting. It's going to be a great game. Lukaku scores. Manure then comes on, scores because I think there was another injury. It looked like a very, I don't say really bad, but it was another, it was a big injury. Manure came on and he scored. And then from there, game died completely. I'm like, what is going on here?
Like, you just don't like international football, man.
Okay, you know what? I'm trying here. I'm trying because for me personally, that was probably out of the games I've watched so far, that was my favorite. The Italy one, it just took too long to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one, it started off well, and I was hoping that it would continue with that momentum, but it kind of died down a little bit. I'm not saying it was a dead game. It was much better than the earlier games in terms of it's definitely better than the Wales game for me. But when I say it's not like I didn't like it. I just wanted to see a bit more excitement. Like I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly, but I feel like there's international games that I've watched that have been really exciting. And I feel like the ones I've watched so far, it's been like for example, the Turkey game, that was that got interesting after the second half. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not saying it was a bad game. I'm just saying for me, I was hoping to get some games that would be, from start to finish, just really exciting. And
I hear that.
and that Belgian game was the one that I thought, because I know Belgium play very attacking, and I know Russia's not the best of teams, and I know Lukaku, is going to be stacking up some goals, which he is on his way to doing. I think Lukaku. Wow, I can't even spell his name. I put Lukaka.
You did.
I think Lukaku is gonna be.
Lukaku.
I think Lukaku is going to be the top goal scorer of this tournament, and so far, it's proven, because there were some chances I was falling to him. Didn't finish, offside, whatever. But the first goal for him was really good, like that good turn to go on and finish it. So I'm expecting some big things from Lukaku. For me, I have him as top goal scorer of the tournament. But Russia didn't really offer much for me personally. That was Belgium's game all over. To be fair, there were some early threats from them. They looked like they were coming. They were knocking on the door. They were pressing them. To be fair, it was a very good game. So for me, it wasn't the best, but for me personally, I would say this is probably the best game so far from the jump for me. So Russia did put. Everyone said it would be a home advantage, but Russia did put on a try. But Belgium, the quality was there, and I slept on them too. I thought, Belgium, they'll get out of the group, but I don't think they'll go far. But if this is something to go by, and obviously it's the beginning, and obviously teams will build momentum and they get better, they might actually be a team.
I like Belgium. I just think that they're not ready. Well, they are ready. They are ready, actually.
They've been having their golden age. Their golden age is gone now.
But their gaffer is Roberto Martinez. He ain't going to win that with Roberto Martinez. I'll tell you what, when Spurs were linked to Roberto Martinez, I just laughed. I was thinking, because I didn't know what else to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just had to laugh because he's a guy that did a little bit at club level. He got Swansea playing some real nice, pretty football. He won an FA Cup with Wigan, but he's a dead gaffer, man. He had shelf life for about 3 seasons, and that is it. He's got nothing else going for him. And like this is the world's best team. This is FIFA ranking world number 1. They've been in the top
Why are
3.
they best team? What are these rankings based on?
Like the rankings that you get points based on wins. Or based on all your games. So if you win a game in a major tournament, you get more points than you do if you're winning a friendly. And you also, depending on the quality of the opposition, there's certain weighting on how as in like lifting weights, weighting on how many points you get. So that's how it's worked out. So when you see teams in certain positions and stuff. And this is not something that happens over the course of 12 months. This is over a long period of time. We're talking decades of over time, and the numbers and the algorithms are changing and all that sort of stuff. So you might if you for instance, if Belgium go on and win the Euros, it carries a lot of weight. The only competition that carries more weight than that is the World Cup. And I remember this happened. This got really awkward for Italy a couple of years back because they played a friendly, I believe, against Montenegro, and they drew that game. But if they'd won that game, they would have maintained their world ranking. But because they only drew, and whoever it was that were ranked below them, they won in that friendly. And this friendly, by the way, they were just like, we're just going to test out a few new players. We're just going to, try this guy out, try that guy out. It doesn't really matter if we win or lose. Well, by doing that, that dropped them into 10th out of the European sides, they were 10th, which meant that they lost their seeding for qualifiers. So they end up having to go into a group with another major powerhouse in European football, all because they decided to play this friendly. The thing is, if that friendly was against someone who was ranked lower than them, it wouldn't have mattered because the weight on the win, lose, or draw wouldn't have carried as much. But because the team had enough weight in like the second tier of FIFA rankings, it burnt them. So that's how it happened. And like, yeah, Belgium, they're not been losing games. Italy are back up in like, comfortably in the top 10 because they're on a 28 game unbeaten run. And Belgium, when they win games, most of the time is against someone half decent. So that's how they stay up there. And they deserve to be up there. Let's be real. They really do deserve to be up there. They are one of the best teams in the world. But imagine what they'll be able to do if they had a top quality manager. You know, I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to one of my pals earlier on this morning, and we were saying that Roberto Mancini is the best manager in the Euros this year. And I can't think of a manager who's better.
You're right. You know
him.
what? You're right. Not even Didier. Just Didier. Deschamps.
No, I don't think he's. I think Mancini's a far better manager than Didier Deschamps. I think France are another one. France might have won the World Cup in 2018, but I don't really rate Deschamps as a manager. France were the perfect example of how to use players and their camaraderie in the best way. I mean, have you seen the videos of when France are training together and messing around together? They have got the best team spirit out there. And I could just imagine what the press in this country would be doing if England were doing the same way, exactly the same things as what France are doing. They'd just be cussing them out, cussing them. But the French, they're predominantly a young team, as a group of young lads living their best life, enjoying football, having a laugh with their mates, and also being bloody talented. It is, and that's, you can see it. Honestly, the way Mbappe is like putting little jokes and all that sort of stuff, just messing about, and then like Musa Sissoko, and who I think at club level is poor, but when he puts on a blue shirt, he is like Superman. You know what I mean? Him, Pogba's another one as well. Pogba is probably one of the most talented players with the biggest inconsistency in club football, but he puts on a blue shirt and he's playing for Le Bleu, and it's like, this is Paul Pogba. It's literally like Paul Pogba at Juve on speed. Honestly, the guy is just an animal when he does it, and they all just love each other. Predominantly until Benzema comes in and starts rocking the apple cart, because that's what he's done. I had France down as favourites to win it, but I don't think they're going to win it anymore, and I blame Benzema for that. But anyway,
there's already stuff going on in that camp as it is already.
And it's funny that there was nothing going on until Benzema joined.
Until he came back.
Same thing what happened at Real Madrid. They're playing against us. They are. Don't pass the ball to him because he's playing against us. Piss off, Benzema, man. Honestly. We know you're a world-class striker, but you're a dick. That's why you weren't getting picked. You know, I think that's the real reason why we weren't getting picked. And Deschamps, I feel like Deschamps has...
And they have nudes on him.
He's worried.
They were blackmailing people and all sorts.
Yeah. But they could have picked him long time before. So why if they didn't pick him before and they're picking him now, why didn't you pick him 4 years ago then? You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I don't like it. If you're not going to pick him because of those sort of things, why are you picking him now? I don't like Euros,
but he's out now anyway, so I don't even matter.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Anyway, Russia. So Salah put Zubcha, the Russian Giroud. Yeah, he is. Just ping the ball into it near post in your bag, but don't ask him to make runs, because there was a situation when Belgium were 2-0 up, and Russia could have got back into the game nicely. There, Golovkin on one side, and I think Cheryshev had already come off. I think it was Moranchuk on the other side, and Zubcha. It's 3-on-2. Look up, feed your man. Do you know what he did? He ran towards Boyata. He then turned his back and then fed it backwards. He looked like, I don't know, it looked like Gareth Barry. You know, just playing sideways
Oh,
and backwards. You know, it's sad stuff, man, honestly. But yeah, so Russia, I thought they played well. I thought they played really well, but they made a bit of a rod for their back today.
yeah,
But it's what it is.
I'll go give it to them. They did play well, but fortunately, it just wasn't enough.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the games really. Salah says Benzema isn't out. He's injured, no?
Yeah, I thought, yeah, because they got
injured.
I
think he's injured and out for the rest of the tournament, as far as
now
I've heard.
How long is he out for?
Let's have a look. See, I heard that he was out for the. Maybe he's not, but someone told me. Someone told me that he's out for the tournament.
Oh no! Oh, I'll tell you what. I've just gone on transfer marks, and I have not seen. I can't see the little red cross next to his name. So he must be fit, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But I want to see Oliver Giroud start the game anyway. If I'm honest, because he doesn't score. He doesn't score many tournament goals, but look, he's only 5 or 6 short of the record for France. So it's not like he can't bag. He can bag. He just hasn't done it in tournaments as such. But like his
because he offers more.
Oh,
he offers a lot to the team because it's not like they play poorly. He's not like he's playing bad as well. He's playing decent. It's the link up. He makes everyone else look good. Griezmann. Why do you think he made Griezmann look really good at one point? That's why Griezmann got the move.
Yeah.
That's why Griezmann got the move because he made Griezmann look really good. He's made Mbappe and them man look even better than they are. I'm not saying that they're bad, but you know, it's their style of play. It allows them to play. So Giroud probably fits perfectly. Benzema, we're yet to see what he will offer to the French team apart from
this French team, like because it's shown what he's about over time. But like in this French team with all these superstars, and there's a lot of household names in this French team. Can he come in and do something special? I don't know is the answer. I don't think he will though. I don't think he will. If he plays, he's going to be the one scoring goals. I can't see him being the one being linking players and you know
he won't
getting the best.
No, definitely not.
I can't see it.
But yeah, thank you. I think that's pretty much the games. Yep, that's it. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time again. Hopefully, and we'll cover tomorrow's set of games. Like I said before, I am looking to do some player ratings as well, probably after some of the matches. If anyone's about, looking to do some transfer news as well, because transfer window is opened. So we should, losing train of thought here. So we'll be doing oh my gosh, I really can't multitask. All right, let's start again. Transfer Daily should be starting soon. I'm trying to get myself on these to do more shows. Transfer Daily and Roundup. Hopefully Neeks and Devo will join us tomorrow. Potentially Ramon. And we'll see. Hopefully we would have a big cast tomorrow with us. But yeah, once again, thank you all for joining. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. Check out the Mad Sports Network. It's Mad Sports Network, right? Yes. Check out the Mad Sports Network. We got Gav here. Follow all our socials. Follow me also. It's all Mad J. I think I may change my tag because I'm gonna be doing some other things. But yeah, we'll get into that another day. But yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you all very, very soon.